Welcome back to another week of At Your Peak. Ryan Kibbe, and we have been on the subject of honor for quite some time now. We've really been delving into honor and honor principles. This is the culture of honor that we've been talking to you about. I want to encourage you, if you're just joining us this week, we spent an entire week last week talking about our relationship principles that we utilize amongst our team, our staff, our members, on how to navigate conflict resolution. And so last week we opened up the first 5. There's 8 principles that we live by in our relationships together, or at least effort to. And I would encourage you to go back and listen to our app, our Elevation Church Wisconsin app, or on our social media, Facebook and YouTube, and you can catch up. These are important relationship principles that we feel will help you in your everyday life. All right, today's part 6, the final word principle. And in this principle, here's the thought: I will believe and act upon the last words we spoke concerning our relationship. My friend Ron Corzine, who is an overseer and of Elevation Church, he's on our legal board, so he's been with us since the beginning when we planted Elevation Church nearly 10 years ago. And he was the one who helped create these relationship principles that we use. And one of the things that he always says to me is, Ryan, how was it last left? Good. Well, then, Ryan, we're good. Oh. And what I love about Ron is Ron Corzine is not high maintenance at all. If I don't call him for a month, which usually at least once or twice a month I'm calling him, but sometimes it's more, he doesn't lose any sleep if I haven't called him or not. The last word that we had, the final word that we had was good, and things were solved and resolved, we're good. That's how we live by. Well, Philippians 4:8 says, summing it all up, friends, I say you do your best by filling your minds and meditating on the best and not the worst, the beautiful, not the ugly, things to praise and not things to curse. This relationship principle, the final word, it goes like this. What we said or we agreed upon when we last spoke is so often easily forgotten. When we haven't heard from somebody in quite a while, it's easy to think that something's gone wrong in the relationship. Well, we're all prone to vain imaginations. We can begin to think we either did something wrong or they've changed their mind concerning, the value of our relationship or even what we agreed upon. To live according to this principle, we have to then choose to believe the other person was sincere and they were honest with the last words that they spoke. Please note, though, it's incumbent upon either party to notify the other person if there are certain uncertainties about what was last spoken, and if they need an update as to what was presently believed. Again, this is to clear the air and to make sure that we're in good standing. I can tell you, I've had this happen. And this doesn't happen often, but I think some of you may be able to relate. There was one time I came out of a church service, and I had a stare. It was like, what I was doing was squinting to try to see somebody, and when I turned to look, somebody else had looked at me, and they thought I was angry at them because I had this squinty look. Well, they filed that away and thought I was angry at them. Didn't tell me for a while until I later found out they thought I was mad at them. Well, I wasn't mad at them. Had they just checked with the nature of our relationship and just said, are we good? Are we okay? Because you gave me an angry look. And later they did. I said, oh, no, I was just looking for somebody and you were in my direct line of contact. These kind of things happen all the time. So what was the final word on our relationship? We're good? We're good. And if you don't let a vain imagination run rampant with your relationships. If you need to check it out, check it out. But otherwise, the last word is the final word. We need to learn how to do that and just take people at their word. And if that changes, let God sort that out. All right, we'll talk more tomorrow.